Hey yo, how are you? Can you hear me well? Can you see me well? I'm going to assume, guys, it's everything fine, that you can hear me, then you can see me, and we are ready to start with our today's session. This is practical and quick databases. If you remember, yesterday, no, the day before that, we were talking about databases. It was a really quick introduction. I won't say not a complete one, but yeah, introduction that helps you to understand databases as a concept. We tried to see two different examples. We get up and running our first SQL or relational database, and we get also an account to Mongo Atlas to get um, non-relational database, which is MongoDB, with the sample data. I also give you some screen is black. We can see you. Let me again. I'm here on stream. Everything's supposed to be fine, but just give me a second. Okay, now you're supposed to see me. I mean, I kind of restarted things, so please confirm. If no, there's no problem. There's not much to see here. The important thing is you can hear me. Again, resuming, I was saying that we were. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I give you some useful links about where to find an amount of data. In this case, I'm talking about Kaggle. Kaggle is a page where you can find a lot of datasets to play with. And for example, we take the NBA dataset for the relational database. And for the non-relational database, we take a sample from Atlas. So it was about Airbnbs, I think, if I remember well. In this case, in this session, we are going to take sample data from that Kaggle page. It's the coffee one because I like coffee. So it's about cafeterias in Yelp. Uh, Populate um, Firebase database, which is called Firestore. That with our data, we are going to create a script for that. Then we are going to create a backend project, a really simple one, to consume that and put it in an endpoint. And then we are going to create a front-end project, again, a very simple one using Next.js to consume that endpoint and show our data. And you will see the whole process. It's very simple. Um, they have a lot of resources. I mean, they as Google have a lot of resources on how to do this, but I will give you my advices and everything. And why Firestore? Why Firebase? Why this option? Because I think it's a very simple way. You will see we will go from CBS, sorry, comma separated value CSV file, uh, which is like raw data, to a front end application that shows the list of our information. We could do that more in a faster way, like just reading the file from your computer and showing it. But you will see that it's not scalable. We need to put that information in a database. Yeah, that's the main reason we are here. We need to put that information in a database so we can modify it, we can read it, we can make queries, we can do all the powerful resources that database have. In this case, we are going to limit ourselves to a very simple scenario, to a very simple case, but you will see the full power of this. So yeah, let's get started. Don't you want? If you have any question during the whole session, please feel free to put here in the comments, and I will ask them, answer them. Sorry. The main things we need, it's a Firebase account. You can do it with your Gmail uh, account. It's very simple. Please go and create one yourselves while I'm speaking. The second thing we will need is Node.js install. If you're not a JavaScript developers, you'll kind of feel disoriented during this session, but I'm here to help you, right? At your favorite IDE, a terminal, and that's it. We don't need much to use Firebase. npm comes with Node, so that's everything. Or you can use Yarn if you want for the packages. Yeah, I think that's all. So I'm very excited. I prepared this workshop with a lot of love for you. So let me first open a browser and share my screen with you all. Here we are. Here's my screen. And the first link we need to do is type Firebase Console. Here you will see these ones, but the one we're interested in is this exactly. But we can go first here, Firebase. We can learn about all the things Firebase has to offer to us. There are a lot of things, believe me, a lot. So at the moment, we don't want it. So we want to focus on one thing, which is Firestore. Here at the top right for me of the screen, you will see "Go to Console" in English, "Ir a la consola" in Spanish, or whatever it's your preferred language. Here you will see all the projects you have. At this point, again, you will need to create an account. In this case, it's my Google account, so it doesn't matter. Um, as you can see, I have some of the projects already. This one is the one I created for the previous, like the backup project. But let's create one together, right? So the name of my project will be Global uh, Practical and how I named this session, Practical and Quick Database. So let's continue. I won't allow the Google Analytics for this project because I want this to be quick. So let's wait while Firebase create our projects. Let's let's give some time to Google to create the magic. This far, any questions? Are you concerned for something? Uh, I want to hear from you. It is your first time with any database, with Firestore database, with Fire, Firebase at all, with JavaScript at all. So let me know. Let me know so I can adjust what your necessities are. It looks like our project is complete, so we need to continue. And here, what we need to do is to create a Firestore project. You will see again, Firebase has a lot of things to offer for us. If you are in iOS, if you are in Android, if you are in web, even if you use Unity, and Flutter is winning like a lot of territory in this world. So take a look at Flutter. Um, they offer solutions for authentication, for storage. Let's take a look of what they offer. Extensions, real-time database, storage like cold storage, machine learning, hosting, cloud messaging, remote config, analytics, performance, A/B testing, um, dynamic links, authentication, etc. What we want is this one, Cloud Firestore. Let's just focus on one thing at the moment. Once I click here, if you are new to this, you can come to the bottom, and they have resources on documentation, how to start, what can I do with this, um, integrations to the projects you already have, the projects you are creating, a quick introduction video, more more functions, more projects, or more plugins, let's say it that way, that you can add to your project. In this case, we will just create a database at this button. And one thing you have to notice is we, by default, it puts you for production. We won't create this for production yet. We want a test mode, which is the translation for modo de prueba in Spanish. So once we hit this test mode, um, we go to select the location of the store we want. In this case, we can choose a multi-regional if you're from Europe, or if you're from the America region. But also you can take a look to regionals like Tokyo, Singapore, Mumbai, London, Frankfurt, Zurich, Sao Paulo, Los Angeles, etc. So choose the one that fits better for you. In my case, this multi-regional NAM5 United States region, it's all what I need. And let's create it. Okay, it's created, and this is what we can see. We have no collections, so we need to initiate one, and this is the button for that. We click here, and we have to assign an ID for this collection. In this case, I will name this um, coffee. Um, what's a good name? Coffee collection. Yeah, I won't break my head. And we hit here on create an automatic ID. You can learn more about this with this fact, but let's just not concern about these technical aspects. Uh, this is a practical and quick session, right? So we have our automatic ID. In this case, if we were going to create the database from scratch, we'll have to define the fields, the type of the field, and a value. And here we can go manually and enter all the data. But we have a collection, I mean, like a command separated value file with thousands of data, right? So in this case, we are just going to leave this empty, and we are going to save this. So this is just for make sure the collection exists and it's not empty, right? Well, it's kind of empty. It's kind of tricky, but the collection exists. That's all we need to know. So where we are going to get the coffee collection? Well, remember cable. Uh, I'm sorry for not sharing the Firebase link before. Let me share it with you, the cable one. And if you haven't found it yet, I'm really sorry. I totally forgot. Here's the link for Firebase. Here's the link for Kaggle, where we are going to get our data, and here's the link for Firebase, where we are going to store our data, and it's the page I was in before. So yeah, let me see some comments. First time using databases at all, so nice. I'm glad being your teacher in this role. We will need to code anything. Yes, we're going to code. This is my first time using Firebase. Amazing. You will see that is a very powerful tool for, um, I won't say robust projects. I will say that for most robust projects, Google has other options as the GCP cloud. In this case, Firebase, it's really easy for like personal projects and helps you integrate a lot of things very easily. Did you say start in test mode? Yes, start in test mode. By default, it clicks you the production mode. We don't want to use the production mode. Start your your Firestore in test. It is very important to allow us to get an easy access to our data, and then you can change it, change the configuration of the Firestore, and be sure only your restrict applications are going to access that information. That's a security issue, but yeah, in this case, we're not that concerned for security because I just want you to see. To take a look of what the full environment of Firestore is and how easy it is to uh, take a good practice, which is having our data in a database. Yeah, thank you. A smiley face here. So I think you're liking this session so far. So let's continue. We were saying that here on Kaggle, uh, we will take the data set. The data set I take, it's well, I start looking for a lot of data sets, and I wanted someone from coffee. So I look for coffee, and as you see, there are plenty data sets. So I start clicking and look for different data sets. Here, for example, we have coffeemaker.csv, and let's take a look what this contains. A handle, a rating, a helpfulness rating, and a review. And for example, this one gives us the review date, handle, Jenny D, the rating, helpfulness rating, and the review. So this one was kind of interesting, but I don't feel that was the one I was looking for. Um, so the one I choose, it's called Yelp Coffee, and is this one, Yelp Coffee Reviews. Yelp Coffee Reviews contains information from a coffee shop, the review text, the rating in number because this one contains like stars and etc. The cat rating, the whole rating, overall scent, by scent, tea scent, service scent. But to be honest, I only focus on these three ones. These three ones are information that I consider like interesting, good enough to have in a project. So I download this data set. Let me share the specific data set with you so we all are in the same page. Here's the link, Kaggle dataset, and this is the name of the author, Yelp Coffee Reviews. So here you click download and you will download the three files. Actually, we are only going to need one. So I won't download it because I already have it. I can download it. And we are going to create a project. Remember, Let me stop sharing my screen. What we are going to do right now is to put that information, that CVS file data, in our database. How we can do this? We can do this manually. Yeah, we can go to the Firestore console and we can create blah 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 blah. This document contains this information, etc. But we are more advanced than that. Now that we have our CSV, sorry, I don't know why I confuse that words, but our comma separated value file containing all our data, we are going to read that and we are going to make a script to populate our database with that information. So let's open our favorite ID and our terminals. Let me share my screen. No, my full screen. I have a doubt. If I share this screen and I go here, yeah, I think you see. Yeah, I think you see it. Um, Sorry, I was just playing around. Okay, so here's my screen. Hyper. Here, I go to my folder called development. Um, what I have here. I go to tests. What I have here. As you can see, I already had a global hack with data. In this case, I was preparing this workshop. I will create a folder called global hack. No, 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 no. Again, practical and quick database. So here I create. Uh, I, I need to open. No. Okay. I need to open my VS Studio Code, which is the ID I prefer. Just let me do something very quick. Yeah, I messed. Um, just give me a second. Yep, everything's fine. So once we're here, let's create a folder called populate db. And here we are going to create a file called script.js. And here we need to create everything we need for doing that. For those one who is your first time using Firebase, Firebase has a package for us that allows you to connect easily through Node via JavaScript with the console. It is called, let me refresh my mind, um, Firebase Admin. Yeah. So here I have the code all prepared. We are going to explain that, but first I see a question here. When they use a regular terminal, it's up to me. I mean, you can use the terminal you want. I do prefer Hyper. I have Bash. All my CD, all my set CHD. I don't remember the name, and I have a plugin, some personal configuration. You don't have to worry. You can do it with your personal, with the base terminal. Ah, you mean like with via the CLI? We will do that. But I think this is a better way because you will see, and at the end of the workshop, we will have ready the script so we can populate whatever database we will have and take that information. So you will need just to change some parameters on or some paths, and you'll have that file from you. Right? It's my gift for you. Well, you probably can code it by yourselves, but it's a nice thing to have. Uh, Again, so here's the script. You will see we require admin from Firebase admin. We require FS from the node. Sorry, I will make this bigger. Yeah, so here you are. Oh my god. Okay. We require FS, which stands for file system. This is from Node. You don't have to install anything, and CBS parser, which is also a package we will use for the CBS files. If you don't have a CBS file, and let's say you have a JSON file, you can use another package, or you can use native Node for doing. Let's say you have another format of data, you can change this, and you can change how we do these things. But here we will replace the Firebase service account, and this is something I wanted to talk about. You need to replace this path with the ones yours. So, what is this? To connect to your project via this Firebase admin package, Firebase gives you a file containing all the what's the name, like the credentials. Yeah, it's like the token and everything you need to connect it. That gives you full access. So be careful. Do not share this with anyone. I will give this to you because okay, it's a demo project, and I'll probably erase it after this is done. So just take care of your .m files, let's say. So how to get access to that? Let's go to our project. In this case, practical and quick databases for me. I don't know how you name yours. Configuration. Here on configuration, you will have service accounts. In service accounts tab, you will see that this gives you an SDK. For Node, it is via the Firebase admin. As I was saying, you will require a service account containing the path to the JSON file. If you're using Java, this is the way. If you're using Python, this is the way. And if you're using Go, this is the way. For us, well, for me in this case, it's Node, just simple as that. And here you create your new key. Again, your private key is private. Keep it in your secret. I will share it. I have no problem because I'm going to raise this later. But let's generate our key. I have it now. And now let me transfer it to the folder. Uh, well, I can do this with you. There's no problem. Here, I will create on the base a new folder called Firebase. Here in the Firebase folder, I'm going to open my Finder, downloads, and this is the key. And this goes here. Okay, as you see, this is the JSON file, and it contains the type, the project ID, the private key, client mail, blah, 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 blah. So very private and secret stuff. Do not do what I am doing and share it with anyone. Again, I am going to raise this, though you won't have the chance to take advantage of this. Um, so we go to the script, we say, hey, here I am, go one folder back. The folder is called Firebase, and the name it's, let me copy, mm, copy relative path, Firebase, practical and quick databases, Firebase, blah blah blah, and the name. Yeah. So this is the service account, and we need to pass this to app admin initialized app the credential certificated this file fully. Once this is initialized, we initialized our app in Firebase. We need to take as a global variable the name of our collection. In this case, I changed the name from the previous project I was working. In this case, it's coffee collection. So let me maintain the coffee word and change to collection. And now we need to give the file path from OCBS. So here, populate, create another file called data, and the same we did before, download the archive, unzip it, and here we have and sentiments, ratings and sentiments CBS, go um, to our data file folder. So you will see we have the coffee shop name, the review text, the rating, non-rating, hot. Well, we see in Kaggle. You can confirm here. Right, coffee name and rating. So we can close this and we can close this. What else? Well, this function is to populate our Firestore from CBS. We take the DB with admin.firestore, which is a method from the Firestore package. Take the data as of empty array, and then we create the stream passing the path from CBS. This is okay. We take the file system, and it has a method called create read stream, and we pass the path to the CBS. In this case, we agree. This is the path. We use a function called pipe with the CBS parser on data, passing the row and pushing this data to the uh, data empty empty array we had before. Once this is done, on the end action, we use the batch for better performance as well. Don't take too much pressure on this. Just take a look of what I'm doing. Uh, this is for performance. And once this is all done, we can complete with a message Firestore population completed, or we throw the error like, hey, there was an error, and this is the error, right? Finally, we just call the function to do this. And basically, that's everything we need. So let's go to our console and let's put it this way. And let's go to Firebase and let's put this way. So we'll see this is empty, right? Let's do magic. First of all, this is going to fail if I don't install the appropriate packages. Remember, I need to go to populate folder and npm install Firebase admin and the CSV parser, right? Let's wait a second. Awesome. So here we are. We have our package JSON and our package log.json containing the dot modules. The data we are going to populate our database with, and the script. So let's run that script. Node script.js. Hit enter, and you will see some data here. Amazing, isn't it? So we have the message Firestore population completed, and here we can take a look to these documents, and you will see they have all the fields: location sent, review text, the rating, and the name of the blah, 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 blah. No, what's the name of, okay, coffee shop name. Sorry, I didn't see it before. With same with any of this, so congratulations, you have a database full of information, and this by itself, it's really powerful and really nice to have. uh, but we are not going to leave this here. We are going to use this information, and we are going to create an API to consume this. And yeah, that's the thing. So, any further questions about this? Hello, the MLH community, members and audience today. How are you? What's the project? Can I still? Okay, yeah, I think this is pretty. So, okay, for those ones who are late to the stream, we are creating a project in Firestore, which is a database from Firebase. Firebase is a cloud service from Google. Um, it has really quick integrations with Node, Java, Go, and Python for us to have good practices of having our data in a database. And this is very powerful because not only allows us to modify and have more control of our data, read, write, etc., because it allows us to have, again, a more dynamic way or having this data, because we can change with just a variable name which collection are we taking, how many data sets are we populating our database with, etc. So we created our database. We do like how to create your first database in Firestore. We now populate the data we have from Kaggle into that database. Now we are going to create an API for that, and after that we are going to create a front end which takes that information and show it nicely in a very UI friendly form. So that's it. Can you show where to get that configuration again? Yeah, sure I can. You go to, let me make this quick. The configuration file, it's from configuration of the project, configuration project, and services account. So here you can create a new private key file, and this automatically it's going to download the file for you, and then you just have to put it in your project. Again, recommendation not to share. If you are going or planning to put this on GitHub, you will have to ignore the full, if not the full Firebase um, folder, you will have to ignore the file. Definitely, it is not to share. um, and yeah, that's the thing. What else? Well, my recommendation it's working with Firebase. You just ignore that Firebase folder. Uh, Need time to process? Me too. Let's do a quick break, 5 minutes, and I'll be back with you to continue and make that API. Hey, we're back. So, as I was saying, our next step is to create this API, right? So, let's then share my screen, go here. Now, we can close this Firebase, we can please populate. Oh, no, I don't want that. And let's create a folder for that. So, let's call this folder coffee review API. And here we just need to create a file called app.js. Uh, Here's the code. Let me explain it. Uh, we need to import first Express, admin, and course. Why three libraries? Why these three libraries? Express is the library that help us make a backend. But this it's the one who um, gives the API in the API project, right? So if you're not familiar with it, don't worry. Trust me, this is the easy way to do an API. Admin for Firebase, it's how we are going to connect to our project. Course, because we want anyone, in this case, or two application, front end and back end, to connect themselves. Again, trust me, you need this. If not, you're going to have a course problem. If you're new, don't worry about it. Trust me, if you are familiar with it, you know this is a pain. Um, then we initiate our application doing Express, assigning it to an app. Then, uh, sorry, uh, same as we do in the population file, we need to do this. I'm going to copy and paste this one, which is initialize the Firebase service, require the path to our configuration file. This is why it's in the Firebase folder. And we initialize the Firebase application, passing this cert to credentials to admin. Then we use this called a middleware, in which we say we use the course package, and this is everything you need to do to take that weight from you, you say. Then we start our server creating the port, process port, or 300, and listen to changes in this port. Then we will create an endpoint called coffee list. This endpoint uses the get method to uh, to get everything from the collection name. In this case, the collection name, we change it. We in this case we're using coffee collection. Um, we are going to paginate this because there are a lot of reviews, so we are going to limit ourselves to page. The first page is going to be the first, and 10 items per page. We can change this to 20, to 30, to 40, whatever you want, and this will be pagination for that. Then we try to get the snapshot from the Firestore collection. Passing the limit, we calculate the page with the limit and just the get method for that. Then the data, it's going to map us JSON, and we return that as the resulting promise. So in any case of error, that's where we're using try catch. We just show an error getting documents, and we show the error, and we say, hey, something's wrong. Um, that's it. That's very simple, and again, it's very powerful. You will see this is a nice way because now you have a function that paginates your data. You just not have a CVS having an enormous amount of lines. A CVS. ah CSV file, having an enormous amount of lines, and you will have to have a treatment of the file specific for having all the data. In this case, you will have a database storage consulting your information, your data, and you can treat them however you want, like paginate, query, um, having I don't know, a list, a specific list for not any collection, for a specific collection, for specific documents, etc. And all with the good and old REST API. Let's run this, won't you? Let's do this. I think this is going to, yeah, no. We need to go to the folder, Coffee Reviews API, npm install. In this case, we need to install course and express. Once everything installed, we just need to run node and app. Oh, what happened? Oh yeah, I forgot to install Firebase admin. Yeah, I saved 3 packages, right? I don't know why I forgot to install Firebase admin. Okay, everything's fine now, so I can run this. You see how quickly it is to run a server in JavaScript? That's fast, friends. And then we go to localhost 300 port. And you will see there's nothing in here. But if we check for the specific endpoint, how we call it? Coffee list, I think. Yeah, coffee list. You'll see we have our information, or 10, or first 10 documents in the collection. This is called Strange Brew Austin Coffee, but if we change this to page number 2, oh, what happened? Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay. Um, localhost coffee list again. Well, that was weird. Page 3, page 2. Yeah. I don't know what happened. It was weird, but you see, it changed because now we are in the page 2, and then we can go to page 3. You will see, and we can even add a limit, and our limit is going to be 2. As you see, no, I could miswrite this. Limit, page limit. I think it's everything fine. Just I don't know why the limit is not working. Maybe be something done, but it doesn't matter. We have our endpoint now up and running. We have a way to consume more data fast and efficient, and that's the thing with Firebase. Let's see if you have any comment this far. Okay, we are good. We are good to go. That's something, last thing to do, which is create a front end, a nice front end to see all this information, because you probably see my JSON list kind of nice because Chrome, no, sorry, Firebase, no, Firefox. I confused my words in my head because Firefox allows me to do that. But if you try to do that in any other browser, you will just see the raw information, and it's not readable, and it's horrible. It's horrible to use on another browser. But yeah, Firefox, it's really nice. Mm, let's do our front end. Let's go to our terminal. Let's open a new terminal. I won't close this because we want this to keep running. If our backend project it's not running, we are not going to be able to get that information. I'll prove that. Now it's empty, and if I go to the page before and I reload, I cannot connect. Right? So let just the project running, and in other tab, go back to the base of the folder and npx create next app, and we are going to call it coffee reviews front. And in this one, I'm going to explain this. npx is how we say to npm, do not download the package next, the next package, do not download it, but like allow me to run it, to run the project, to run this script with this command. In other case, I will have to globally install create next app. So use this full script npx create next app coffee reviews, or how you want to name your project for Next.js, and this does the magic. This also install a lot of packages like React on Next, and whatever. So in this case, we can do what this says: run npm run dev, npm run dev, oh, run dev, oh, open, no, so, oh yeah, uh, we have to cd to that file to practical, no, how we call it, coffee reviews from the, and here we do the npm rundown. Now our project is running in port 301, and as you can see, this is the base template for a Next.js project. So we need to change this to show our beautiful information about the coffee shops. Let me go for that code. I have it now. So here, let me share. Blah, blah, blah. We close this, we close this, we close this. We go for the coffee reviews front end. We have that next folder, a node commons package, blah, blah. If you're not familiar with Next.js, don't worry. Again, just do whatever I'm doing. Go to the pages, go to the app, no, sorry, to the index file, and replace all of this. Well, let's do a quick change. Create React now. Let's change it for create an app with Firebase. And here you see it changed it, create an app with Firebase. And let me change the heading. Mm, get started. Welcome to welcome to hmm, welcome to this practical and quick databases course. As you see, that was a Copilot, really nice, helping me. And here, welcome to this practical and quick databases course. Oh, okay. But again, it doesn't matter because we are going to change it all. No, I do something wrong. Sorry. Again, I need to go for the right code. Here we are again. We are going to change it for the right code. We use effect and use state from React. Again, if you're not a React developer, JavaScript, etc., trust me, I'm going to explain this, and then you can um, try to learn more in depth of this. We are going to export our define function called home, passing an initial data, and that initial data is going to be mm, we are going to get that data from a state, and that use state is going to pass the information of a first page, and then we can change from one page to another page. Like these do prefetch before the component is ready for having sure to have the data. Because here in the return, you will see the JSX needs to have the data in order to don't throw an error, because we're going to map that, and that's the information and the all the HTML we are going to display. We are going to display the data, having the cat rating, the non-rating, the reviewing text, and the coffee shop name. Um, yeah, that's it. So this all that all the things this does is, before everything is fine in the life cycle of a React component, um, we need to fetch the data. We fetch that data from, wait, let me take this, localhost, coffee list, and we set the page and the limit. We are going to pass the page as the thing changing from the state, and the limit we defined it basically. So the limit here it's 10. Again, we can make this dynamical, or we can just hard code it, whatever you want. So once we have the data, it's a response. We parse it for being a JSON, uh, and then we said, hey, the data from the endpoint is this. This is just a console log for us to make this easy. And we return this data, this as pass as the here as the fetch data. We return the data. Mm, and we have handlers. You can see the event click and the other event click, next, and preview for changing the page. I'm I don't know why I have these two functions. I think I could just comment this. Sorry, my bad. If I don't understand why this happened. But yeah, we have this function, and this is not even inside the project. That's weird. Got server side props. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know why I had that, but trust me. Um, we wait until the data it is, and we pass it as the initial props. Again, you need to have context on React for fully understanding this, but just I wanted to show you how to do it in Next.js project and how to display your beautiful data. So we are ready to go. Let's see. Oh, what happened? Pages coffee limit error. Oh, maybe I uncomment this. No, this was this one. Okay, let's try to refresh. Yeah, and here we have our Firestore data viewer showing or in a form of lists all the information we have, and we can change page, the vintage hard coffee, we can change page again, the boost wheelie, we can go to the previous page, and it's the vintage hard coffee again. We show the rating, the category rating, the number of ratings, and the review. Um, So we can do more like taking the date, parsing it, and put it in another column. We can try to search for this in Google with the Google API, try to script and put here a beautiful image of the coffee shop, um, adjust this for being responsive. Um, Add a verification login, just allow our subscribed users. I don't know, we can do plenty of things with this project. So I would like to answer some questions right now. That was the full content. You will see we go from having just a comma separated value file containing a lot of info to having these amazing things. And again, I was saying we can change very easily these, how to say it, this information. We can now go to Kaggle and download another file, populate another database, and then add it to another endpoint and create like powerful things. And you see, it take me less than an hour. Well, to be honest, preparing this take me more than that. But now, now that you have it, you can replicate it in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, even less. And that's it. If you have a little help, like from Copilot or what's the other ChatGPT, you can do it in less. You can ask them for like help you with the styling. It doesn't matter. Well, if you don't want a beautiful UI, take it responsible. But if you just want it to look nice and don't look like an old HTML page, you can just ask, "Hey, I have some some styles to it," and he will know what to do. But yeah, any comments? Any concerns? Do you like it? What do you think of Firestore? Will you use it in your next project? You can use Firestore, you can use MongoDB, you can use MySQL, you can use whatever database you want. The main thing here is be conscious of your data. Take, how to say it, like take things seriously. Just don't use, I don't know, Excel files. Don't use your information in a light way. Put it in a database. Database are going to allow you to have more power to make your data how to say it, um, make it yours, like modify them, read them, make queries, all in a very fast and efficient way. That's the most important thing, fast and efficient. So I will say that's it. Um, we have time for do that. We can now, and I'm going to do it in live. Go here to take another data set, pick whatever you want. Let's say, why not the analytics? Let's see how this is built. The title of the song, the name of the album, the year it was released, and the lyrics. So download this file. Amazing. Uh, Go here, then change this, unzip this one, data lyrics, paste it into the populate DB, data, close this. Now we go to Firestore, we go to here, no, practical and quick databases, Firestore database. We add a collection. We call this collection Adam lyrics. We make this an automatic. We go to our file. We can close all of this. We can just go to this one, populate the script. We can replace the file, this one, writings and sentiments. This is called Adam lyrics, and the data, the copy the relative path, data ratings and sentiments. So now we go to here and we go to here again, real time. Let's close this. We need to go back to the populate folder and we need to node run the script, and you will see how this very new collection has now all the information from our CBS, no, CSV, comma separated value. Sorry. All the information. This is weird. No, it put the information of the coffee shop. Yeah, I didn't change the name. Oh, sorry. Oh well, it is a nice way. We copy the relative path, and I will show you how to fix it. Um, well, as these two are the same, we can easily erase the collection, and we are not worried to lose data because we have our CSV file, and we can easily put the information back again correctly this time. So let's wait until this is finished. You see a lot of documents, lots of documents, lots. Come on, finish. It's taking more time erasing than writing it. Come on. Okay, and we can now add lyrics again. I think, yeah. Create the automatic ID, save, and this time try to do uh, the right thing. Yeah, yeah, the album, the lyrics, and everything. Very, very fine. The year and the title. Amazing. So, what we can do now? We can go back to the project, coffee reviews front. In this case, we name it badly because it won't be coffee reviews. You will see npm from that. We change here. We are finished with this one. Coffee reviews API. We don't need to erase this one. We just need to add another. In this case, the name of the collection will be Adam List. The name of the collection is Adam Lyrics. And that's everything we need to change here. Now we go to the coffee review page index. Eh, Even so, we can go here, the pages, add a new file called adam.js, copy and paste it as it was the same. Uh-huh. And this will be called Adam. What else we need to change? Oh yeah, the URL here to Adam list, if I'm not wrong. Adam list, yeah. Here we don't want the coffee shop name. We want the, what was the title of song? Well, we can check this here in the CVS title, album, album, sure, year, and the lyrics. Awesome. So, is this everything? I think it is. Adam. Data is undefined. Why is that? Let's open fetching JSON.parse. Hmm. Let's see. Well, let's see here instead of Adam, instead of copy, let's see Adam. Cannot get Adam list. Okay, maybe I need to restart the server here. No, that yes. Now setup is running, and we have Adam's list here. And let's see if we can get it here. Firestore. Yeah, we have it. It's just not showing the name. Your album lyrics, year, UFF title. Everything's that way. Hmm. That's weird. We need to clean our database for that. But I see album it's here, so I don't know why it's returning with that problem. Uh, Return the data, return everything. No, everything's fine. I don't know why it's returning that way. Maybe if we use the trim again, event.title.trim, and we update it. Title, it's undefined. Yeah, no. That's weird. But yeah, you see, only thing it's missing it's the name, um, the title. I mean of the song. But we updated this one to be the album, the year, and the full lyrics. And again, we can paginate. Oh, I found. Yeah, you will in this case we will have to process our data again because some things are changing. Not every object has lyrics, and not every object has a title. In this case, I see there are plenty with title issues and plenty with object issues. Well, I'm assuming that's how we parse the data because here we have it right. We have the lyrics and we have the title. The thing is, some of them has these double quotes. Yeah, so we need to do a little cleaning of our data. But that's it. You see how we change it in live. And that will be everything for this stream. Thank you a lot for being here, and I hope that you learned something new. I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that you just get more and more curious about how to do things with Firebase, with Firestore, with Next. Try to learn more about React if you don't know React for JavaScript. So that's it. That's it for me, guys. See you around. Stay tuned to the Global Hack Week. This week isn't over, and we have still plenty of amazing workshops and activities. And I will see you around. Bye bye.